And let me show you, Cassie is here. Me and Cassie hanging out on another beautiful, what is it? It's a Monday morning as I come to you here live for all our friends. And yeah, the title is For Real. Some people hate the new direction of this channel, which really hasn't changed that much. But why do they hate it? And yeah, I've gotten the mail. I've seen some texts, and it really just makes me laugh. But why? Because they want me to tunnel vision on Pastor Bob. Why? You know, there's so many channels talking about Pastor Bob and the theories and everything. Why does somebody want to try to make me just do that? It's funny. You know, some people hated what Charlie had to say too, didn't they? And they wanted to make him abide by what they wanted. And how did that turn out for him? Well, now there's about 10 or 20 million of us Charlies walking around and talking. So, hey Belinda, hey Cafe Cola Network, welcome. Yep, it's me and one of your favorite dogs here hanging out, and the wind is blowing, but you can see I have my fur-coated mic, so hopefully that's working good. And so if any of you are listening and you want to tell me what to talk about, wow, I do not work that way. And you're not going to be happy. And I'm fine with that, frankly, because I don't do anything on my channels to please anybody. First of all, if I research on something, I do it because I want to. And then two, to share it with others and let everyone make up their own minds. You all get to choose who you listen to, what you decide, and on we go. And for those who think they should be able to control it more than that, you're messed up. I'll just put it that way. You got your head wrapped around the wrong angles of lots of things. You want to know, you just want to watch videos about Pastor Bob all day? Well, we've shared on this channel over 500 videos, probably more like 600 or 700. You can search, you can watch the playlist all you want, and it hasn't gone anywhere. And it's as simple as that. Some people think that just because I may have a new opportunity with George Magazine, that I'm all focused on that now, and my world revolves around George and Gene Ho and all this stuff. Nothing has changed for me. I'm still doing my thing. I still got my projects that I'm working on, and it just goes to show how warped some people's brains are, that they see one thing and they just think that, you know, and not only think it, but will actually tell you that too. So, yeah, this isn't a rant session, but it's just kind of like a hello, everybody, wake up session. And I will gladly say live on video exactly what I see transpiring, because this last week with what happened with Charlie, yeah, that was I hit the mute button somehow. Sorry about that. I really don't like how this app is set up because it's so easy to press a wrong button. You guys hear me now? Testing, testing, 102, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, when it comes to live stream apps, this is probably one of my least favorite because it's so easy to hit the mute button and you can't even, it's not obvious. But anyway, well, like I was saying, yeah, I do have some more content from George Live that I do want to share, but it's just really not a huge priority for me right now. I'd much rather make some new songs like Blessings in the Household, maybe you heard, and just do some different stuff that keeps expanding our thinking and keeps us at the 30,000 foot view. Not everybody's gonna like what I talk about, and that's okay. But for people like Greg there, who highlighted himself, calling me a dummy, you dummy, it just makes me laugh. And those who think that they're gonna get under my skin with the name calling and stuff like that, you know, we are told in God's word, generally speaking, that we're going to be hated in this world for seeking and sharing the truth, whether that's truth about Jesus or truth about evil, just truth in general. And so the more I receive the hate, the more it just confirms for me that I'm on the right track. And so I don't need to be comfortable with affirmations and 100% love from everybody. So, yeah. He's been having a lot of bad days lately, apparently, because he just really hasn't been happy about what I've been rambling about on my channel. So, yeah, it's very immature, and it's like so lower level that if people are talking about you like that, it really shouldn't bother you. And that's why, for example, on this channel lately, and I did not coordinate this at all with George Magazine, by the way, but maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, I started talking about how you shouldn't worry about what others think of you. Focus on your God-given skills and talents and purpose, what He's called you to do, and that kind of thing. And the last few weeks, George Magazine has been talking about it, Gene Ho, and sharing some Bible verses on the same topic. And that has not been coordinated at all, by the way. I think it really is just a matter of God's people are seeing the same things happening right now and appreciating that it's really easy as God's people to let the world get you down, especially with everything we see happening, unfold right now. But if you just shift that mindset and just realize that this world is not our home, and people like that are not part of God's family. I mean, they could be, and we pray for them. We hope that they'll change their ways and not just spew hate all the time. But as long as they're doing that, respect is earned. It's not freely given. And a lot of people in this world hear just the cold hard truth and they consider that bad words. You know what I want to say, but when it's not. And I've dealt with enough people in my lifetime already, trust me, in my experiences, that I've reached my personal limit of worrying about what others say when I know it's just the truth. And hey, some people may take that as cold, but when people are professional and respectful with me, I'm not going to sort of throw that even at them. I have always tried to do it in a nice way. But the moment somebody crosses that line, I'm just going to tell them what I think. But I'm not going to respond in kind and call names. Granted, I've probably done it a few times, a handful in the last 5 years, because it's frustrating. But generally speaking, I've learned how to, initial reaction happens, but then I've learned to usually respond appropriately. But I'm not perfect either. And like everything else I tell you guys, I'm not here to convince you or make you think that I've got it all figured out, because I don't. But when it comes to worrying about what others think and letting anybody stop me, stop you from what we want to talk about and the conversations that we want to have, it's not going to happen. That's my answer. I've been through a lot this year with cancer and chemo, and it didn't make me softer. It made me stronger. And another event with what happened with Charlie Kirk. It's not making me quieter or weaker. It's making me stand up more bold and convinced that I've been on the right track all along. And so if you guys feel that in any shape or form, that's what I've been encouraging you to do, is to just stand up in faith. And you don't have to be a vlogger or content creator. You could, like I always say, you could be painting pictures, taking photos and sharing them, baking cakes. I don't know. Whatever it is that you feel called to do and that you're gifted, talented to do, then do that for the Lord and do it to serve God. Because that's the thing. We're not of this world, and the people who are acting of the world, somebody's not going to like what you're doing. And but God's plan is way bigger than our plans. So we get bogged down sometimes when that stuff kind of hits us or happens to us, when we deal with certain people. But God's plan is far better. And in hindsight, it usually always becomes crystal clear. Just like you can probably think back to 2020, 2021, some very pivotal years in the world, and how you handled it. And I would bet lots of money that if there was anything that you did that you knew was the truth, you knew you were doing it for the right motives, and people didn't like it, that you're looking back at that time right now, hindsight is 2020, you're looking back at it and you're really glad that you had the courage to do that. So, no fear, you guys and gals. I believe in you. So, and as far as this channel, this community goes, all I ever really wanted to do was music stuff. But over the last 10 years, a lot has changed, and I go the direction where I want to go and where God leads me. So, there's going to be some who don't like the channel anymore. based on the fact that I talk more about different things. And that's okay. Like I said, I will still cover some things about Pastor Bob, and there's going to be songs, there's going to be videos, there's going to be good stuff if you stick around. But if you don't, okay, that's fine. I'm not going to do what some do, which is, if you leave, you're this kind of person. It's so dumb. So, hi Cynthia, if I didn't say hello. Belinda, if they don't like what we talk about, they don't have to watch. Yeah, I know. It's like so basic common sense, isn't it? If you don't like it, just don't watch it. And go watch some other channel who does nothing but Pastor Bob videos 7 days a week, which I'm sure there's probably countless. So, yeah, this really isn't meant to be a rant session, but more of just, hey, these are things I'm dealing with. I know you all deal with similar somehow, some way in this world right now. And it's okay. Just expect it. And it's just a reminder, really, of encouragement to you all to expect it, plan for it, but adapt and overcome, and you'll come out on top. Just have the courage to deal with it. And pray. If you have no idea what else to do, then pray, like I did so many times, just about the cancer stuff and pain and stuff I was going through, and he saw me through. And look at me now, yay, legs, and Cassie. Wow. Yeah, see, I just barely touched the screen and I hit the mute button. I'm gonna have to never touch my screen on YouTube. But yeah, I just said, look at me now. I'm walking around. I can do action shots around Cassie. And she's like, what's going on? And I don't have any crutches. I don't got no scooter. And I'm really thankful. So I will wrap it up there, you all. I'm probably going to do a live also on my INF Genius channel. I had to think about it. Here in a little bit. I don't know, or maybe in a little while. But thank you all for supporting. And for those of you who are along for the ride on this channel and the things that I talk about, I appreciate it because you are the ones who it's for. It's not for anybody else, if that makes sense. When it comes to like-minded patriots and believers, that's who I share for, and I really don't worry about anyone else. And if God blesses it and makes the channels bigger, then that's up to him. If he doesn't, okay, I'm fine with that too. Because like I said, music has always been my passion and gift, and what I really want to do the most. So in fact, I was only going to do playing and singing, maybe lives on my other channel, Matt Savina Music, but I'm thinking about doing some of that here now too. And why? Well, partly because I'm responding to what happened last week, and I think just playing and singing worship songs, inspiring music might be more impactful than just me talking a lot. So yeah, I'll just keep going with the flow, you all. And Cassie's always just going with the flow. But yeah, it's a nice day and good to be out here for a little bit. In fact, I need to take off my sandals and get some grounding on. So I'll wrap it up there. Like I said, if you want even more of me talking, responding about the things that are going on and sharing what I've been learning, what I've been seeing, then you can support on INF Genius channel. INFJ, all capital, and then the end of genius, INF Genius. And it's a little bit more focused on personality stuff, but in a lot of ways, it's still kind of similar to what I do here, honestly, just between you and me. So, okay, I will see you all again soon. Thank you all. Appreciate you guys. Thanks and God bless. Say bye to Cassie.